Roman Reigns dislikes the new Bloodline. Liv Morgan breaks up with Bo Dallas. John Cena's Hollywood career was negatively affected after losing a major match. WWE makes huge changes to next week's episode of SmackDown. JoJo makes a big Wyatt 6 reference. Sami Zayn must be dethroned. Cody Rhodes sent a clear warning. And more. Let's dive right in. Liv Morgan breaks up with Bo Dallas. WWE superstar Liv Morgan has majorly kept her dating life private. However, the former SmackDown Women's Champion made an exception to reveal that she was single currently. Morgan was rumored to be dating Bo Dallas. While the duo never made their relationship official or posted any pictures of each other, they were spotted together in public places on multiple instances. WWE Hall of Famer Ric Flair also confirmed the same on his podcast. However, it seems like the duo are no longer together, as Liv Morgan stated in a recent interview that she was single. It should be noted that Liv was seen calling Bo Dallas in her arrest body cam footage that was recently released via the Law and Crime Network. The former SmackDown Women's Champion was arrested for possession of marijuana and called Bo to pick her up and arrange for her bail. However, the video is from December 2023, and a lot could have changed since then. It is also possible that Morgan wants to keep her relationship private, and thus falsely stated that she was single in the interview. Dallas is going through a tough time currently, as his brother, the late Bray Wyatt, passed away last year. The 33-year-old star is expected to return to WWE programming soon as Uncle Howdy, continuing Wyatt's legacy. Liv Morgan has come a long way in her WWE career and is one of the prominent members of the Stamford-based company's women's division. She will now challenge Becky Lynch for the Women's World Championship at the 2024 King and Queen of the Ring Premium Live event in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Morgan's recent backstage attack on Rhea Ripley led to Mommy sustaining a shoulder injury, ultimately resulting in her relinquishing the Women's World Championship. Becky Lynch then won a battle royal that was held to crown the new Women's World Champion, with Liv being the runner-up. The former SmackDown Women's Champion will get a chance to clinch the gold at the upcoming King and Queen of the Ring Premium Live event in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. There are also rumors of Liv secretly working with Dominic Mysterio, and the latter could help Morgan in her upcoming match against Becky Lynch. John Cena's Hollywood career was negatively affected after losing a major match. WWE Tag Team Champion Austin Theory took a major shot at John Cena. The 26-year-old claimed the 16-time world champion's Hollywood career was negatively impacted by his loss against him at WrestleMania 39. Over the past few years, Theory has shared the ring with several top WWE superstars in matches and promos, including The Rock and Cena. His clash with the leader of the Cenation came over a year ago, when he challenged the returning legend and even offered to put his United States Championship on the line at WrestleMania 39. The match ended in a surprise defeat for the 47-year-old. In an interview with Going Ringside, the WWE Tag Team Champion claimed to have helped Cena out with his Hollywood career before it took a hit following certain incidents, including his defeat to Theory at last year's Show of Shows. I did help John Cena out a lot with his Hollywood career, actually, it might have went down a little bit, because he showed up on the Grammys naked. He became a mermaid in Barbie, after he lost to WrestleMania to Austin Theory, he said. A few months after his loss to Austin Theory at WrestleMania 39, John Cena returned for a brief full-time run in the Stamford-based promotion. That too ended in November 2023, when he lost to Solo Sikoa at Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia. Last month, the leader of the Cenation surprisingly returned at WrestleMania XL to help Cody Rhodes in his undisputed WWE Championship match against Roman Reigns. He took out Solo Sikoa before getting rock-bottomed by the final boss. The 16-time world champion also competed in a tag team match the following night on Raw after WrestleMania, alongside The Miz and R-Truth. Cena has stressed that he plans to retire from the ring before turning 50. However, since he has not yet hung up his boots, it would be interesting to see when the 47-year-old plans to make his comeback. Would you like to see John Cena face Austin Theory again? WWE makes huge changes to next week's episode of SmackDown. This week's WWE SmackDown saw the end of the quarterfinal matches of the King and Queen of the Ring tournament. As the day of the premium live event comes close, superstars are making their way to Jeddah, Saudi Arabia for the May 25 show. As WWE is set to travel to the Middle East next week, the company has rolled out a major change for SmackDown. As noted by WrestleTalk on X at Twitter, the May 24th, 2024 edition of the Blue brand will be pre-taped for the US audience. Next week's Friday night show is set to take place in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. As a result, due to the time difference, American fans will watch pre-taped matches at the scheduled time of broadcast. However, WWE and TNT Sports will make an exception for Saudi Arabian fans and air the episode 7 hours earlier. A similar scenario played out for SmackDown, when the crew went to Lyon, France for WWE Backlash on May 4, 2024. However, while the US fans will learn about the finalists of the tournament later than the ones in Jeddah, it will only add to their anticipation. While the Raw finalists of the King and Queen of the Ring tournament will be decided, this Monday, SmackDown will get the advantage of veiling the winner of Randy Orton versus Tama Tonga and Bianca Belair versus Nia Jax. The Viper is currently in a major feud with the Bloodline and will look forward to avenging his loss alongside Kevin Owens. It would be interesting to see if the Apex Predator overcomes Tonga or if Solo Sikoa will have another success as the new leader of the Bloodline. On the other hand, the Irresistible Force has also stirred up an enmity with Belair's partner Jade Cargill. In fact, she got the former AEW star disqualified by trying to intimidate her daughter who was watching the match, resulting in Cargill attacking her with a steel chair. Meanwhile, on Raw, Gunther will take on Jey Uso, and Lyra Valeria will face former WWE Women's Champion IYO Sky in the semi-finals of the King and Queen of the Ring tournament, respectively. It will be interesting to see which superstar will head towards the finals next weekend in Saudi Arabia. Nia Jax breaks silence after disrespecting Jade Cargill's daughter. Nia Jax reflected on her actions on WWE SmackDown, which saw her disrespect Jade Cargill's daughter during the match between the two. The Irresistible Force faced Jade Cargill in the quarterfinal of the ongoing Queen of the Ring tournament. The former Raw Women's Champion managed to sneak a win via DQ as she got under Jade's skin by trying to attack her with a chair after disrespecting her daughter earlier. This led to the Cargill snatching the chair from Jax and laying her out. A fan asked Nia about her actions on social media, as she'd managed to upset the WWE Universe by involving Cargill's daughter in the equation. However, the Irresistible Force's nonchalant response to the sarcastic question suggests that she is unbothered. Before the abrupt ending, Nia Jax and Jade Cargill put on an enthralling match on SmackDown. The duo came face-to-face for the first time since their collision in the Women's Royal Rumble match earlier this year. Wrestling veteran Dutch Mantell shared his thoughts on the match during his appearance on Sportskeeda Wrestling's Smack Talk show. The former WWE manager praised the work put in by the two performers and said he looks forward to watching the two big ladies in the ring again. "I really liked the match. When I heard it, I'd forgotten that they were going to have the match on SmackDown this week. When I tuned in and I heard it, I said, oh, okay, now I know why I wanted to see it. This is the first time they matched up, right? They actually matched up pretty well," Mantell continued. "I think Jade is a good opponent for Nia Jax because they're two big girls and they can dish it out. So I'm there for it," said Mantell. Nia Jax will now face Jade's tag team partner Bianca Belair in the semifinal of the Queen of the Ring tournament. The EST booked her place in the semis after defeating Tiffany Stratton in the quarterfinal. The winner will advance to Saudi Arabia for the final of the Queen of the Ring tournament. JoJo makes a big Wyatt 6 reference. JoJo Offerman's Josiane Offerman latest post included a caption that was seemingly a reference to Wyatt 6. WWE has been teasing the potential debut of the faction for some time now. The mysterious Uncle Howdy has seemingly been teasing his imminent arrival since April 2024. On a recent Twitch stream, another hint was given at Wyatt 6's rumored debut with the following question: "Do you want to meet them?" JoJo Offerman occasionally posts selfies on her Instagram handle. Her recent post left fans wondering if she was making a Wyatt 6 reference. She wrote the following in the caption of her post and added a winking emoji as well: "I couldn't choose one, so you get 6. In May 2019, Bray Wyatt and Josiane welcomed their son, Knash, into the world. Nash recently turned 5 years old, and the former WWE announcer shared a heartfelt post on the joyous occasion. Here's an excerpt from her post. "Happy birthday to my sweet, perfect boy, Nash 6. I can't believe you are 5 already. Nash, thank you for being the most lovable, sweetest, strongest, smartest, kindest soul a mommy could ever want in a son. I'm so proud of you and who you are becoming each day. I'm the luckiest person to watch you grow and experience your mind and heart, which is just like your daddy, creative and wise, sweet and perfect. Thank you, my little love, for being you. I'll always let your light shine bright." Josiane and Bray Wyatt got engaged on April 28, 2022. The loving couple had 2 children together. Wyatt tragically passed away due to a heart attack on August 24, 2023. JoJo was beyond heartbroken and recently announced that she would be recording a song in memory of the late WWE star. Sami Zayn must be dethroned. Sami Zayn is headed for a triple threat match at the WWE King and Queen of the Ring Premium Live event, with his Intercontinental Championship on the line. According to a veteran, one of Sami's opponents could start a massive heel run should he win the title. The opponent in question, Bronson Reed, is already a dominant star on the WWE roster. Although he is yet to win any titles on the main roster, he is a former NXT North American champion. His prowess is also evident from him winning the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal during the WrestleMania 40 week. Speaking on Sportskeeda Wrestling's The Wrestling Time Machine, hosted by Mac Davis, Bill Apter compared Reed to Crusher Blackwell. He further predicted that Nick Bronson Reed would make a great heel with the Intercontinental Championship around his waist. He reminds me of Crusher Blackwell. He has got that. You know, he can fly, he can do a little of everything. He is more agile, and he is a bit more talented. You know, he is more of a modern-day type of wrestler, and I think he can be a major heel with that Intercontinental belt, said Apter. According to Teddy Long, it is time for Bronson Reed to get a significant push in WWE. Speaking on the same episode of Sportskeeda Wrestling's The Wrestling Time Machine, Teddy recalled his interactions with Bronson and talked about the star's great attitude. He also said that Reed had put several wrestlers over during his time with the company, and maybe it was time for the promotion to finally reward him for all his efforts. I like Bronson Reed, man. He is a real nice guy. Had a chance to talk to him a little bit when I was there, and his attitude is just absolutely great, man. Such a real nice guy. Like I said, a real pleasure to talk to him. I think, like Bill was saying, he did a lot of, put a lot of guys over on TV, did a lot of favors, and I think this is his time too. Because you can see this big monster guy here could complain about some of the guys he has had to put over. You know what I mean? Said Long. For now, it remains to be seen if Bill Apter's prediction will come true, and Bronson Reed will bag the WWE Intercontinental Championship at the WWE King and Queen of the Ring PLE in Saudi Arabia on May 26th. Cody Rhodes sent a clear warning. Tag Team Champions A-Town Down Under uncharacteristically praised Cody Rhodes. However, they also warned him that their paths would eventually cross and he would learn that he does not want to mess with them. The American Nightmare has crossed paths with Austin Theory and Grayson Waller multiple times, including at the Elimination Chamber PLE 2024, where the current WWE Tag Team Champions hosted him and Seth Rollins on the Grayson Waller effect. The segment ended with the Visionary and the American Nightmare taking out Theory, while his partner stood back and watched. In a recent interview with Going Ringside, Theory and Waller commented on Rhodes' run as undisputed WWE champion, and both thought he was doing a good job. Theory also mentioned their paths crossing in the future, and acknowledged that the champion wouldn't back down in such a situation. Cody's been a good champion, we can say that, but I think that good champion, eventually, his road might lead right into A-Town Down Under. He won't back down from that? He won't. Of course he won't, Theory said. Waller also uncharacteristically praised Cody's work ethic and called him the model champion for all the effort he puts into being the face of the company, especially highlighting his grueling schedule. He too warned Rhodes that their paths would eventually cross again and that the American Nightmare would know then that he don't want to mess with both of us. I think Cody is a great example of what a champion should be and someone that I think we model ourselves after in a way. I hate saying it, but it's true, Cody has the hardest schedule of anyone on the roster. He doesn't have to do that. He does all these appearances, he does every interview, he goes out of his way, He does all this weird stuff with the fans where he's signing autographs, taking photos. I think that's super cringe. I think that's like, come on, be a fan of me. We're not gonna do that. But everything else he does, he sets the example of what a WWE champion should be like, and I think we're following that. But there's gonna be a situation where he's on our show, and I think he's gonna find out real quick he don't want to mess with both of us, Waller added. In nearly a week, Cody Rhodes will put his undisputed WWE Championship on the line against the United States champion Logan Paul at the King and Queen of the Ring Premium Live event in Saudi Arabia. As A-Town Down Under has previously helped the Maverick handle business in the Stamford-based company, some fans and experts have wondered if they would interfere again in his match against the American Nightmare at the upcoming Premium Live event. In their interview with Going Ringside, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller addressed their relationship with Paul, revealing they are indeed friends. He's a good mate of ours. Yeah, legitimately, we're close with Logan. Logan's a good dude, Waller said. A-Town Down Under is not on the King and Queen of the Ring card. It would be interesting to see if they would really turn up to help Logan Paul in his championship match against Cody Rhodes on May 25th. Roman Reigns dislikes the new Bloodline. Despite Roman Reigns' absence from WWE, the Bloodline angle has continued to play out on SmackDown. Each week, new wrinkles are added, including new additions to the group and claims from members. One big claim involved Solo Sikoa's relaying that he had been in contact with Roman Reigns. On the other hand, Paul Heyman hasn't spoken to the Tribal Chief since WrestleMania 40. The one person who knows the truth is the head of the table. Are Solo Sikoa's claims true or a smokescreen to continue his hostile takeover of the Bloodline? The next 4 signs could signify that the enforcer hasn't actually conversed with Roman Reigns. Throughout his run as the undisputed WWE champion, Roman Reigns appeared on TV sporadically during the year. He would return for builds to huge matches or big shows like WrestleMania or SummerSlam. In the absence of Reigns from televised shows, Heyman would then be in charge. The Wiseman would relay the desires of the tribal chief through promos or backstage segments, keeping everything in order. Solo Sikoa seems to be leading via controlled chaos. He knows what he wants to do, and if he was actually speaking with Reigns, he'd know that the Wiseman would be leading the dance. One big talking point between Heyman and Sikoa has been Roman Reigns and the 2024 WWE Draft. The Hall of Famer relayed that Reigns had taken himself out of the draft, so other stars could be picked first. The Wiseman later disclosed that the head of the table didn't take himself out of the draft. Heyman made the call. Sikoa, like the rest of the WWE universe, was shocked to learn this. If Sikoa had spoken regularly with the tribal chief, he would have known about Roman's intentions with the draft. The fact that he was surprised by the news doesn't land in his favor. The main line of communication in the Bloodline was between Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman. The latter spoke on behalf of the group when the tribal chief was not scheduled to appear. This meant he would direct the group's business for the night by proxy. The relationship between the two goes back to when Reigns won the Universal Championship in the summer of 2020. Heyman started representing the head of the table before the Bloodline was officially formed. Not continuing that discussion following a loss at WrestleMania is disrespectful to Heyman. As the Wiseman, he's done everything he has been asked to do. For that reason, it's hard to believe that Roman would instead confide group business in only Solo and not Paul Heyman. It didn't take long for changes to be made in the Bloodline following WrestleMania 40. Roman Reigns hasn't appeared since losing to Cody Rhodes. In that time, Sikoa has kicked Jimmy Uso out of the group via a brutal beatdown. Tama Tonga made his WWE debut by partaking in that brutal beatdown. He called Tama Tonga his MFT, with no reference to speaking with Reigns. At Backlash France, another member debuted when Tonga Loa assisted the group to victory over Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. Roman wouldn't easily allow anyone into the group, as evidenced by the Sami Zayn saga. He even had a tenuous relationship with Jay and Jimmy Uso. Solo is adding to his ranks while Roman is out. He also hasn't mentioned if those additions had the blessing of the tribal chief. It would be akin to Dominic Mysterio's recruitment efforts with the Judgment Day, but Damian Priest is present to scrutinize everything.